Hello, I'm LegendBTV. After a 1-hour live stream, I think I'll have some water. Wait a minute. By the looks of the condensation on this glass, this is 3-day-old water. I'm sorry, you know what? I will let my palate stay dry. 3-day-old water? We don't stand. No. No. I was leaking into darkness, something to hold on. Find you when you were so broken. Hi guys, what's up? LegendBTV back at it again. Hi. And today we're talking about another Victorious discussion because obviously those are fun. And today I wanted to bring up a topic that I thought, wow, a lot of Victoryites are buzzing about, and it is Tori Vega's parents. Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Vega. Ooh, let's get our forks and knives and dive right in. So, Mr. and Mrs. Vega are Tori and Trina Vega's parents. So, we already pretty much know that if you clicked on this video and you're interested in this topic. So, yeah. Now, a lot of people get mad at Tori's parents. They say things like, well, they're just like the worst parents ever. And I'm going to pretty much dissect whether or not I think that's kind of like the point, and I think it's funny, or if they really are just the worst parents ever and it's kind of insufferable that they kind of treat their kids like that. And let's just hop right into that. So, honestly, yeah, their parents are pretty bad. They kind of just let them do pretty much whatever they want. They let her lock Trina in a closet all night in one episode. They're very light on any sort of consequences for the kids, I'll say. Like, they rarely ever get taught lessons or anything like that for their actions, and I'm like, well, you know, And honestly, at times, though, this can be really funny. This can result in some really good humor. Like, I do like that, you know, they didn't make her parents really goody-goody or anything like that. They're kind of seen as nice people, except not to their kids, though. They're just, like, really careless. I think that can make for some good humor. Like, in fact, one of my favorite jokes in the entire series is this moment where Tori and Trina are fighting in the episode Freak the Freak Out, and Tori's dad comes in there, and you think he's trying to break up the fight because he doesn't want to see his daughters get hurt, but Trina tells her dad that, you know, Tori was going to hit her, and then he's like, Tori, and they hold on it for a bit, and he's like, that's my brand new camera, and it reveals that he only cared about the camera, and I'm like, that is great comedy right there. That is actually a really funny bit. I love that so much. It is hilarious, and every time I laugh at that, it's a great way to start off the episode in terms of a joke that really just hits. Honestly, probably the best moment, and probably the best episode of Victorious as well. Yeah, I like examples like that. And a flip side, in an episode where it doesn't really work that well, is an instance on the episode Driving Tori Crazy, where they do this thing where the mom is sitting there eating waffles and stuff in front of her kids, and they kind of don't do much to really make that funny, I feel like. I can see where the humor is, because obviously she just wants waffles and, you know, doesn't want to make any for her kids. But it's like, they just kind of like, oh, you didn't make us any waffles? And she's like, nope, I didn't. And they're just like, oh, okay. There's not really much of a joke put on it. It's more just like, they're just awful, the worst parents ever. And I mean, they just kind of find new ways to really just astound you with how bad their parenting is. Literally, you send them to a hard day at school, and they're just gonna not eat. Oh my god, you know. Alright, I guess, you know. Oh man, but you know, if she gets to eat this lovely waffle breakfast, you know, good for her, you know. My point being, though, is like, they're at their best whenever their carelessness for the kids results in good comedy for the show. I kind of like, especially their appearance on Sleepover at Psychowitz, you know, the subplot involving as more and more kids continuously get banished from Psychowitz's place after they lose the competition, they go right over to Tori's house, and they're having an anniversary thing, so Trina is not at the house party, so I'm like, her parents are okay with just, like, making out and everything on their anniversary, just in the living room, where Trina could just pop up at any time, I guess, but, you know, whatever, careless parents, am I right? They're gonna make out, I mean, enjoying that creme brulee, as he says, and you know what? Coolio. Cool with you, dude. And I especially love, like, how once they've kind of gotten their movie and their dinner and their dessert and everything taken over on their anniversary, then they just go up to their room to leave a bunch of teenagers on a couch. And I know they're watching a movie. They're invested in the movie, thankfully. But being a teenager myself, the kind of teenagers I've seen, I'm not so sure they would be into a movie like that, or let alone find it funny. I mean, I'm sure they would be into other things, and I don't mean the creme brulee. So her parents basically just left them alone, unsupervised, like a bunch of teenagers, and including a guy that a lot of them find attractive as well, so keep that in mind. Okay, moving along, yeah, so they're awful. They're just awful, but I don't know. A part of me likes them, though. They're not, like, annoying to me. I mean, it may be annoying to some of the Victorious fans that they're not, like, a little better to Tori and Trina. But, I mean, at the very least, they're never seen as, like, abusive. They're never seen as, like, hurtful or harmful to an extent. It's just that they're, like, beyond careless. So, most of the time, thankfully, Tori's parents' actions lean more on the side of, it's funny how careless they are, rather than, you know, this is kind of like get to the point. We know they're careless. Like the waffle thing, I think that's probably one of the most frustrating instances of the bad parenting of Tori's parents. Just because, like, there's not really much of a joke. It's just like, she doesn't make them any waffles. There's not, like, much of a punch in terms of the comedy there. But anyways, there you go. That was my opinion of Tori Vega's parents. And if you want to hop in the conversation down below, you are more than welcome to do so. And thank you guys so much for watching my Victorious discussion. You know what I'm saying. More videos coming soon to LegendBTV, baby. And bye.